¿Qué pasa, YouTube? What's up? How's it going, everybody? Have for y'all today a UU Wi-Fi battle trying out some of the new additions to the UU tier with usage changes that happened, I believe, last week or sometime this weekend, and that is Alolan, Marowak, and Stakataka. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about these mons in the UU tier. Of course, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to hammer arm that like button down below. And it's been a while since I've said that, so yeah, we should be back to regular schedule, guys. We should have Wi-Fi battles all this week. Want to give a huge thanks to y'all for showing so much love to last week's Wi-Fi battle that I put up on Thursday. Like I said, should be back to daily Wi-Fi battles and showdown lives, and then draft league content on the weekend. So yeah, going into this match, my Trick Room abusers were definitely going to be able to put in a lot of work. The only real issues I saw were going to be Marble Scale, Flame Orb, Milotic, and physically defensive Arcanine. So if I can break those two down, then we should be good. And Sylveon realistically isn't a problem since we do have Stakataka and Alolan Marowak hits insanely hard. So I'm going to be leading off with my Uxie as he led off with the Beedrill. I expected either Beedrill, Mienshao, or Darmanitan as his lead. Regardless though, because this Uxie is physically defensive, I should have been able to live one hit from them and guarantee get up my Trick Room, and then the following turn either go for the Memento or try to get up my rocks. Because he did U-turn here, I will be able to get up my Stealth Rocks. This means that now I can start getting that little bit of chip damage on those bulky mons such as Milotic, Arcanine, and the Sylveon. However though, part of me thinks this Sylveon is actually offensive, because if he was defensive, I expected him to want to go for Wish Protect to kind of stall out my Trick Room turns there, but with him going directly for the offensive move, that had me thinking maybe he was actually a more offensive variant of Sylveon. Either way though, I don't want to mess around with the Sylveon. I don't want to go for the Gyro Ball because he does have some good switch-ins to it, and Stone Edge, in my opinion, was the safest play I could have made in that scenario. And me Stone Edging might have actually been really bad, because if he had brought in Milotic and it did turn out to be Flame Orb Milotic, then I'm not sure if my Continental Crush would have been able to knock him out the following turn. And by going for the Continental Crush this turn, I should guarantee picking up a free Oko, because realistically there's nothing that he has to switch into this. I don't think he had any Pokemon that did resist rock type moves, so I basically clicked my Z move here and something just got crushed. there was no other way to put it there. So down goes the Milotic, which is really huge because now my Alolan Marowak and my Mega Camerupt in the back can definitely pressure and overwhelm that Arcanine, so that the rest of my team can put in some work. As in comes the Mienshao, I don't want to risk potentially not knocking him out, and I also thought that he was going to try and high jump kick, which is why I mainly brought in my Alolan Marowak, so that way he could take the 50% and then I could see if he was regenerator or not as he switched out. I guess in hindsight I could have realistically just gone for the Gyro Ball. Like, that might have been my safer play in the long run, because as I do bring in Marowak here, he brought in Arcanine probably expecting me to go for the Gyro Ball, and I don't want to risk this potentially being offensive and maybe going for the crunch. I think he did have leftovers, so maybe he just wasn't offensive. But I've seen some odd sets in UU, so you just never know really. But either way, switching the Porygon2 was definitely my best play, because this is going to allow me to set up my Trick Room once again, and now my Stakataka, Alolan Marowak, Machamp, and Mega Camerupt in the back can just come in and put in nothing but the work. So this turn I'm going to switch out into my Alolan Marowak here, expecting him to want to either try to bring in the Sylveon if it was defensive, or just try to go for another Flare Blitz here, because typically defensive Arcanine I think run Morning Sun, Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, and then the last move is either Toxic or Will-O-Wisp, and I guess you can kind of throw in a coverage move on there. But at this point I was pretty positive he didn't have the crunch, and because this is a max HP variant of Alolan Marowak, if this is definitely a defensive Arcanine, there's actually no way that one Flare Blitz breaks my substitute. Plus there's always a chance, as you can see here, that he was going to go for the Morning Sun, scouting out to see what I wanted to do. Now if I'm not mistaken, typically Trick Room Alolan Marowak runs Swords Dance, but I was testing out the substitute because my thought was that if I can end up behind a substitute as my Trick Room ends, then my opponent is going to be forced to bring something in to break my sub, which means I can get off another huge hit or potentially another KO on whatever comes in, as opposed to just going for a Swords Dance and then being left wide open after Trick Room ends. So as you can see here, the Flare Blitz does not break my sub, and I will be able to knock out this Arcanine. And this is absolutely huge because my Trick Room actually does end this turn. So in testing this set, worked out, and this is a perfect example of it working out here, because now he's forced to bring something else in to break my sub, which could give me another KO. However, though, this Beedrill is poorly trained and cannot hit a sitting doll, and he's going to miss the drill run. I'm not sure if he had the knockoff or not, but if he did have knockoff, that's definitely what he should have gone for, because he completely avoided the miss, and then he would have been able to break my substitute to potentially try and revenge kill me. But because he did miss, I'm still behind the sub, so he's forced to bring something else in, as in comes the Darmanitan. I am brave natured, max attack with the thick club. There is no chance that this Darmanitan is living any move I want to go for. It is insane how hard Alolan Marowak actually hits. I really don't think that crit mattered. I really don't think it mattered. And down goes the Darmanitan. I'm actually really surprised that Alolan Marowak was OU for so long, and just now in Ultra Sun and Moon is when it's dropping by usage. So when it comes to Manchow, I don't want to risk him possibly going for the high jump kick, expecting me to switch out, fearing the Stone Edge or the knockoff. So I decided just to leave in my Alolan Marowak here, as he does knock me out with the knockoff. This gives me a free switch into my boy Akainu, the shiny Mega Camerupt, which is absolutely beautiful, I might add. And I can just Mega Evolve and click Fire Blast, because I can guarantee live one hit from Manchow, because now I know he's not Life Orb. And if the Sylveon switches in, there's no way Sylveon's taking a Sheer Force boosted Fire Blast coming from Mega Camerupt. Like, Mega Camerupt may be insanely slow, but in Trick Room and trying to switch into it, you just can't deal with it. Look at how much damage that did to Sylveon. So I'm gonna switch out here into my Stakataka. If he had pulled the double switch here, that actually would have been a really good play on his part, and in hindsight, it might have actually been a better play for me to stay in here instead of switching directly into Stakataka. But it all really depends what would have happened afterwards, if he did double or not. Either way though, I will be able to get on my Trick Room here on the Sylveon, because there's no way that another Shadow Ball should be able to knock me out, I think, unless he did actually crit me. But in Trick Room, I will be able to outspeed this Manchow and blow it all the way back with this Gyro Ball. And thanks to the Lonely Nature and 15 defense IVs that I am running on this Stakataka, I will gain a +1 in my attack as opposed to my physical defense, and I will just destroy this Sylveon. You guys would have had to have a funeral for Sylveon if it did not get knocked out by Stealth Rocks, because Gyro Ball would have absolutely destroyed it and blown it all the way back. I think Alolan Marowak and Stakataka actually got all the KOs in that battle, except for the one on that Sylveon, since it dropped to the Stealth Rocks. But either way though, it was a very fun battle. Really excited to use Stakataka and Alolan Marowak a bit more in the UU tier. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about these two mons, and make sure to hammer arm that thumbs up button as well. With that being said, I'll see you all tomorrow with a Showdown Live and another Wi-Fi battle. If you may have missed my Showdown Live today, then definitely check that out as well. So thank you all for watching, guys. Thank you all for the support and the support on the return of Wi-Fi battles. I love your faces, and I'll see y'all later.
No matter where you're at, I'm not here to make friends. It's time to attack and deplete your HP with a final smash. Don't make me turn around and pull a 6-foot hacks. 6 foot hacks. Yeah. 6 foot hacks. Yeah. 6 foot hacks.